Hi, it's Joy and today I'm going to be watching Moon Knight, Season 1, Episode 6, Gods and Monsters. This is the season finale, and the episode is like 40 minutes long. How on earth is this show going to wrap up in 40 minutes? My god, is there going to be a cliffhanger for Season 2? I thought I read that this was a limited series, I don't know. I've loved Moon Knight, it's truly special. Very stressed going into this finale. Something that I thought about once I'd edited and uploaded, I think actually in bed that night, was did the hearts balance because Stephen was overboard? Because when it comes to their two hearts, only Mark's being there was enough to make it balance, and that I don't know how that explains the third one. I'm stressed, okay? I haven't even let myself consider the idea that Stephen is gone. So that needs to be fixed. And yeah, how on earth do we solve this in 40 odd minutes? A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon, and let's go. A bullet for each. There is definitely a third.
Who wants to heal the world?
Not you, because what you're planning is going to do the opposite. She had so much she needed to process with him, given everything that happened with her father and when she found out about it, but for him to just be gone. But he's not gone, he's coming back, okay? He's currently having a strange time.
You need to show us your soul.
Yes, you're doing good work. Oh, Layla. He knows.
Don't do it. Layla, wait. I am the goddess, Taweret. It's Mark who's telling you to stop. What the hell is this? He's dead. And I'm trying to forgive him right now. So what? Harrow is too powerful for you to stop him alone.
But what does it mean?
Someone is trying to release Amit.
Whoa! Who could have foretold this?
Harrow.
I wonder. You need to find Khonshu. I don't like him, but we need him right now. Jesus Christ.
Not warriors. This is all so avoidable.
Yes, if you just didn't bother.
I willingly submit.
What lies ahead of you?
What a zealot.
How may I serve you in death?
And of course,
Death is delayed.
yep.
I once relied on a servant whose scales balanced perfectly.
So it's okay, she can bend the rules for you, but not for other people. Why would you ever...
Change. You are the avatar that I need. Serve me.
She's clearly not everything you thought she was. Is she? Because she's willing to not take an unbalanced person.
I do not sense Mark's spectre in this world. He died fighting
Get him back.
to protect the travelers of the
You
night.
joking?
Good.
Mark didn't trust you. I don't trust you.
Good.
The souls of Cairo, and then the world.
Fuck.
No loneliness or hurt.
What about Stephen?
He does deserve this,
Do
but...
not hurt him.
We need to go back for him. No, I'm not good with that.
Wait! Think about this!
Oh, Mark. Oh. I love him so much for choosing Stephen.
Same as anyone's. I'm
If there are multiple afterlives, he'll just go to one of those next, okay? In his 80s, 90s, 100s.
You saved me. I survived because I knew I wasn't alone.
Oh.
You were always there. Alive. Full of hope. But you didn't abandon me. You didn't abandon me. And although that field back there was looking pretty good.
But he couldn't do it without
There's no
you.
way in hell I'm gonna abandon you.
Oh. Is their third gonna save them? Oh. Oh my lord. Did his choice to come back for him save them?
You came back. What the hell's wrong with you? Well, I did a whole little speech there. Not little. Right, look. The gate
I love them so much.
Hunt you for a
God. You gotta go, my loves. Where's the third?
Cyrus, you old softy! Now run!
Tell me to spare.
Mark?
Yep.
Mark Spector, I need your help.
Just curious about something. How's this whole new arrangement going to work then?
Even Grant, I was not speaking to you.
Yeah, all right, but we
But-
did come as like a package deal now.
Yep, they are brothers.
And we did just save your life. I do think that you should answer my question though. How's this deal going to work?
I love that they are now a team.
Negotiate now? I will release you both. You have my word.
I like the sound of that. Good. Glad we got that all sorted out.
Still the god of the night sky.
All right. You know what? I think you can take this one, Mark.
Hurry up!
She's a great hippo. We love her. My God.
Change your mind. I would be delighted to accept you as my avatar. Oh, your father is going to be over the moon when he hears.
Oh.
I have a fabulous costume.
Does she really? I want to see it. Oof. I mean, what counts as wrongdoing here? Like, I mean, seriously, how do you judge? Just what she decides? Oh, you're gonna lie to someone one day. Yes. That is so cool. I mean, they deserve a season 2. Give them a season 2. Although they should both be free from their avatar rules, so. Holy shit. This is epic.
Only I don't give them the satisfaction of committing it.
But you don't give them the chance to choose good either.
Besides,
Layla!
Layla.
Yes.
Mark,
Oh. So my love, there isn't time right now.
Oh, you look amazing. What are you wearing? I'm really jazzed about showing you these new skill sets we have.
alright, show me what you got.
Yeah.
I love that Mark and Stephen are a dynamic duo now. Khonshu, you talk a good game, come on now. Oh, Stephen. Fuck! Good people. Kind of inspiration everyone deserves. God, they would have had him if they weren't trying to protect innocent lives. Some fights are mirroring each other. This is time for the third person, right? Or fuck. Or Mark. Oh, yep. We're not gonna see what happened because it's the third person we haven't met yet.
Not a chance, mate.
And we'd like to meet you, whoever you are. Did innocent people die? No, those are the cultists. I mean,
Mark?
fuck.
Get Harrow.
We need to learn more about the third. Oh, there has to be more seasons of this. But they also want Mark and Steven to be free of...
This room will help us find.
Come on. I mean, everything Harrow's ever wanted.
Leave neither of them alive.
You finish it then.
Mark! You have a choice.
You do have a choice.
You are free.
The choice is...
Want them dead. Do it yourself.
What I said. I love you, my love. Mark, you're so good. You are good, whatever you think.
As you wish.
What the fuck?
Reality looks like. Well, it is tempting to accept your diagnosis back.
I love how he just switches
Not a
between
good
the
sight to
two.
behold. Hey, this guy is.
Already saved the world.
I can't believe you live in this frickin' mess.
I'm so confused. Is there going to be more? Is it the third personality that wants him dead? Like, is still doing Khonshu's work? Yeah?
Why would I ever need anybody else? When he has no idea how troubled he truly is.
Shit, it's the third identity. It's still the Avatar.
Meet my friend, Jake Lockley.
Hoy te toca perder. Wait.
Shit. Mark needs genuine help. Like, not to like get rid of Steven or anything, but to figure out how many people there are and... So are there going to be more of the show or not? Like, I get it, I get... Like, this could just be a closed off thing that now we know that Mark and... But there has to be more, right? There has to be more. We're going to see these characters again. Because A, the show's amazing. And B, they didn't round everything off nicely. Or not even nicely, just they didn't round things off. For one thing, the fact that Mark chose Steven over Paradise. Because he could so... Even if you love someone, you could so easily justify thinking like, well, they're dead, they've made their sacrifice, and now I'm here in Paradise. Everything I've ever wanted, peace, no voices, no noise, no stress, no fear. But he chose Mark over that. He chose Steven over that. That was lovely. His speech was lovely. When Steven and two were like, what are you doing here? And just, they are everything. The fact that they spent this whole episode just flipping between the two of them, easily, casually. They were sharing the body, truly. They were a team that cared about each other. Mark has always cared for Steven, and Steven has cared for Mark even when he didn't know it. I really, really enjoyed the journey of their relationship with each other. And part of why I want more is because I want to see the two of them together. But I also know if we get more, then... Well, I would say if we get more, we'd have to see them going through stress. But they're already going through stress because they're going to begin waking up in places they didn't know about or whatever. Or losing time. Because even if they... It's kind of how it used to be for Mark and Steven before... I think the fact that there are two of them who are conscious of each other, Mark isn't going to put, oh, that lapse in time was a Steven time. They will eventually surely start sharing conscious, like being awake when Jake is in control. He's very happy with killing. Like, Mark struggled with killing, did it because he believed it was what was right, and kind of was... It was for a reason, you know, he was killing bad people. Jake seems cool with just killing. Obviously I know nothing about this character. I had seen someone using the word Jake to describe the potential third person, so I was like, okay then. But I know nothing about Jake. other than that the show made it very clear he existed, and then now we've seen him, we've met him. I hate the fact that Mark and Stephen both think they're free of Khonshu. They think that they're getting to live a life to just in peace. What they deserve is a life healing from everything they've been through, the traumas that they've endured, healing together, and choosing to build a life whichever way they choose. Now, and the thing that makes me feel like we have to get more is the ending. The fact that, you know, Jake is still Khonshu's avatar and they don't know it, the fact that Khonshu's still rocking around with them, that they're not safe, they're not free because their body isn't free and they're losing time to somebody who's Khonshu's avatar. Similarly, we didn't get a real resolution with Layla. Now, with that, I mean, they had their reunion moment, they had some sweet time together, they fought together. I loved every moment we had with Layla, but we didn't really get to see any kind of resolution of the fact that he was there when her father died, the fact that he didn't tell her all this time, you know, what's going to happen with their marriage going forwards. I would want, if this was like one and done, I would want some kind of resolution there. But if this is going to be a story that continues, whether it's in a movie, whether it's in another series, I don't really care. I've loved the series, so I'd take a season 2 and then a movie, if you go in. But I truly think there is more story to be told there. Also, you have Layla is Tolwenet's avatar, temporary avatar, which basically means, you know, is she now free of that, or could she say, well, no, actually, maybe because Tolwenet isn't Khonshu, if Tolwenet gives her more freedom, more, you know, less orders, less life controlling, Layla already lived a fairly nomadic life. You know, she didn't have a settled home. It wasn't like that was what she was necessarily. I mean, she kind of did, but they also were mercenaries, or they were, you know, they worked on the road a lot. I think she truly enjoyed the feeling of saving lives, of being able to protect people, of having that little girl say, "Are you an Egyptian superhero?" And she could say, "Yes, I am." I think there was a part of her that found a moment of purpose there. So I actually think for her character, it would work for her to say, "Well, Tolwenet, you know, it's temporary. Let's keep this going for a while and let's do some good." I think she would be very well suited to that kind of role, especially with a god or a goddess who actually cared about their avatar and put their well-being first instead of the mission or whatever. But we will see. I'd like to see more of Layla, basically. The actual fight, I love the way moments of the god fight mirrored moments of the avatar fight. I loved the solution of putting them into one body. Harrow got his whatever wanted. And again, I don't support killing people, especially when there is another way. I think Mark and Layla made the right choice. And Stephen, because Stephen so could have been like, I'll do it then. I think they did make the right choice in not killing him at a point when he was helpless. Yes, there is still the danger, but all you'd need to do is keep eyes on, you know, the surviving gods. Because I know the gods were fine, they just lost their avatars, and were maybe weakened temporarily. Just have somebody observing at all times. So that then if weird people start coming around and trying to free Amnet, then you could take care of it. But obviously Khonshu likes his, you did a bad thing, bam, you're dead. I'm so torn because there's part of me that I adored the way Stephen, in every sense of the word, adored the way Stephen and Mark are just a team now. But it breaks my heart to think that there is this other person inside of them that does things neither of them agree with. You know, it's kind of like back to where we started with Stephen being like, oh my god, there's someone inside of me that can do all this fighting and he hurts people and it's me but it's not me. We're kind of in that same situation of when Mark isn't willing to do the killing, somebody else comes along. And that makes you feel like, again, they're all their own separate person. I'm not an expert on dissociative identity disorder in the real world or in this fictionalized form. But the idea that your body, that you can choose, like, I'm not going to hurt these people, and then your body can take over and do it. I know it hasn't happened as such in that way. I mean, it did with Harry, but that not, like, in the fights, it's more been kind of, if Mark couldn't bring himself to, I don't know, it's very intense what happens, and that sense of losing time again. I would like more so we could see them maybe getting onto a good page with Jake, maybe seeing his side of things. When did Jake come to be? At what point did he get breathed into existence? And what character is he, or what person he knew once is he based off of to a degree? I presume it was at some point in Mark's life when the violence or the fighting got too much, he fought back. He took over to deal with the dark things. You know, Stephen was the hope and the innocence and all the good things that Mark was trying to keep safe, and that if anything, it almost is potentially Jake was designed to protect Mark from the more physical angles of things when it got too much. But I want to know more about that. So there has to be more of this. If they say that we're never seeing Moon Knight ever again, I would be very sad, because I want more Layla, and I want more Mark, and I want more Stephen, and I want to know more about Jake. I'm worried that I won't like Jake because he's so okay with killing, but if we can get... He is still killing bad people, so although I don't agree with it, you can kind of rationalise it more than you can than if he was killing innocent people. It's not like he's just going down the street murdering. He kills bad guys instead of imprisoning them, which, again, I don't agree with, but you can understand. I actually think this finale worked really well. I was worried when I saw the runtime was like 45 minutes, and I was like, oh, normally that's about 5 minutes for the advert, so that's not a particularly long episode. And I actually think when I was doing the look for the credits, it was like a 36-minute episode. Now, the part of me that has to edit this, I can't lie, when I see a show it's slightly shorter than normal, I'm like, yes. But then the rest of my brain is like, but I want more. But I do think they fitted everything that they needed to do was fitted in. Nothing felt rushed. I think the nature of the streaming service shows, especially the way Disney Plus does it, where the episodes are as long as they need them to be. You know, if this episode's going to be 35 minutes or it can be 55 minutes, it just depends on how much they need to tell, the story they need to tell. I think it works really well because that way each episode tells what they want it to. Whereas when you have like serialized television or whatever it's called, where, you know, they air 25, 45, 42-minute episodes or whatever, you have to get it fitting into that 42 minutes, and you can be a minute or so either way, but at the end of the day your show cannot run 5 minutes over, because if it runs 5 minutes over they wouldn't have their advert time, and if they don't have their advert time they won't get enough money and then they'll cancel you. You know, with those shows they have to cut things and trim things and get it into those 42 minutes, or similarly add in a dud scene, because that doesn't add anything to the episode, it actually just slows everything down because, well, the episode was only running at 35 minutes. Whereas with the way they tell the stories here, each episode has as much as it needs. I want more. This could have continued in my opinion, but I think they fitted in everything they needed to do. I have loved Moon Knight. I have loved the story it's told. I've loved the characters it's introduced, the mysteries. I know I saw some reviews that were like, this was way after, like, because I got to this show so late, like 4 episodes had aired, but I know, like, when you look at the first episode, they're like, oh, it's too slow, it didn't advance the plot. Storytelling isn't always, bam, here's some action and some plots. There's lots of different types of storytelling, and this show's done a masterclass. I was worried I wouldn't like Moon Knight. Now, I say that bearing in mind that I did not watch the trailer, because I currently am not watching trailers because I want to go into things blind with no idea. So the fact that I was going into this blind, it wasn't, you know, with most of the other Marvel shows, I at least knew... I'm trying to think. Yeah, all of the other Marvel shows, I knew the characters already. I was familiar with the story. It was a continuation of a story, or I knew a little bit about them, whereas I had never even heard of Moon Knight until they announced it as a show. So that's why, I mean, I wasn't worried because I've loved every single Marvel project so far, but I was worried that, oh, what if I just don't click with this one? And I have absolutely loved it. Oscar Isaac was amazing. Everyone on this show did a really, really good job. I loved the sort of... I love the fact that it was about Egyptian mythology, which is something that doesn't often get covered in this way, or has yet to be covered this way by something like Marvel. And I want more. I really want more. I want more Stephen. I want more Mark. I want more Layla. I want to know Jake. I want to know what his story is. I want more Tarwennett. I could do without more Khonshu, but I want it if it gives me the rest of them. So this was a really fantastic season. I've absolutely loved it. You can find all of my reactions to Moonlight unedited on my Patreon, and thank you so much for watching.